Hey everybody, it's me, Matt Rogers, letting you know tickets are on sale now to see me on tour. The Prince of Christmas tour, that is. I'm doing my whole album, Have You Heard of Christmas, plus a lot more with the whole band all throughout December. Go to www.mattrogersofficial.com to see me in a city near you. And now, Las Culch. Drums.
Look, man.
Where? Oh, I see. My, oh my. Bowen, look over there.
Wow, is that
culture? Yes.
Oh my goodness.
Oh,
Wow.
Yeah.
Las Culturistas.
Ding dong, Las Culturistas calling. You know, I want to just call out, this is not a visual medium. Well, it is for the people that are going to watch the YouTube, but most people, I think, listen to this podcast on their favorite podcast streamer, whatever that is. You know, wherever you listen to podcasts, I believe the phrase.
Wherever you listen to podcasts, which is, it could be the app, could be the location spatially for you. Could
Exactly.
be on the toilet, could be at the gym.
Wherever you are right now, know that where I am is sitting in this red chair, and I'm wearing the Lisa Barlow shirt that I referenced last week.
Burnt orange, burnt like auburn.
Is it? Are you kidding me?
It's okay.
My colorblindness has reared its ugly head again. So the reason why I'm even wearing this is because I couldn't wear it last because it wasn't purple. We wanted to wear purple for the Catherine Hahn episode. And now here I am in it again. What color is it?
That's a light blue.
Perfect. And I'm sitting in this chair you're telling me is burnt orange?
Yeah. Can I get some?
It's 100% burnt.
It's a 100%
And is it like
burnt orange.
definitely not red?
Definitely not red. It's a rust
It's
color.
definitely not red.
Wait, I'm so sorry. You look at this and you say it's definitely not red?
Yeah.
Because your shirt, the text is like a coral red.
The tech-
and
yeah.
it
This
does
is the
not-
same as that shit to me.
and
I'm
it
so
does
sorry.
not match.
Wow, it's really bad. Is it getting worse?
It's you never have to get drafted. It's a good thing.
And you know what? With the way this country is going, they might bring back the draft. And I'll be sitting
And
on the side.
who are we going to war with this time? Ourselves.
Ourselves, hopefully. Honestly, maybe our guest today.
Maybe our guest.
Because we've actually brought in people that are better at this than us.
That's true. That was my main takeaway listening to
The whole
podcast.
time I'm just shaking my head like I'm sitting on the side of the draft.
I'm like,
saying to
it's
myself,
the better, hotter version. Of
the
us.
better, hotter, cooler, more relevant version of us has come through.
More pared back. I'm like 49 minutes.
I know. Listen to us just drone on. Already, this is too long. We've been sitting here for an hour and a half. Time doesn't make any sense.
Time makes no
This
sense.
chair isn't even red. And don't tell me about anything and how it makes sense to you. I don't know.
Can I also tell you something?
What?
Taylor's album. It's called Burnt Orange.
Shut up.
It's not called Red.
It hasn't been called red
It's
this
never
whole time.
been called Red this whole
I
time.
love that for her.
I know.
Burnt orange.
Burnt Orange. Yeah.
Loving you was burnt orange.
Oh.
What would that mean about loving you? What does that mean?
You know what lyric in that song I always kind of hate, and I will say this publicly, and Taylor, please just receive this. It's
that Taylor would be listening.
well, I
can't
don't
with
know.
you.
It's solving a crossword puzzle and realizing there's no right answer. That's not how crossword puzzles work. There usually is a right answer.
To a
Maybe like,
crossword puzzle? I think by design.
but it's maybe once in like the whole like 5,000 year history of the New York Times has there been a crossword puzzle where it's like, oh, nothing's supposed to go in these boxes.
Which probably just mean the person that created it fucked it up.
Will Shortz
Oh my God, you know his name?
is one of the editors. I don't know him, but that's a very, these names are really kind of in our everyday lives now. Wina Liu, everyone really takes issue with her every day now in Connections.
Well, that's
People-
yeah.
I
You have a lot of opinions about the connection.
I took a picture on my way here last time we shot in here of me like flipping off the New York Times building because I flopped at Connections that day, and then people really got defensive over the New York Times and my DMs.
Don't worry, honey.
I was
They're
like, you don't-
okay.
They're okay.
Yeah.
They're fine. You don't have to cape for them. Truly,
Does
we
Mich-
love them, but you don't have to blow up my DMs.
Yeah, no.
because you, I don't know, love I
Love
don't
the
know,
New York
whatever.
Times.
It's okay. It's okay.
You know, I am a daily listener,
Mhm.
and some people out there in the dark, really connected with me calling it the scariest horror podcast that's out there. The Daily is scarier than any true crime podcast in existence, and it's Rule of Culture number 91.
The
Daily is scarier than any true crime podcast in existence.
but not better, funnier, hotter, cooler than the podcast that our guests host.
And let me say this:
Oh,
as lovers,
and haters.
we brought in some haters. No, can I say, I feel that they are haters, and I know they identify as such. But I think that if we're haters, it's because we love so hard. Like I'm a Katy Perry hater right now
because you love her.
because I am so disappointed. I know at least one half of this duo is going to agree with me hardcore on that one.
And I am a Chopped hater, but I have been kind of proselytized because one of our guests loves it so much.
Loves Chopped?
Loves Chopped, prefers it over Sweet Green. But
Wow,
not
that's
over
interesting
Dig.
and
Not over
controversial.
Dig.
No,
like,
Dig
they're
In is so
separate.
good.
They're separate.
different.
Totally.
They're
Okay,
two different.
it's time to bring them in. Okay, these are our two favorite writers, our two favorite people to run into at a party. Literally, anytime I see them at a function, I go, "Thank God."
I've never run into them at a party.
Just you wait. That's New York, baby. You're not in New York until you see these two people at a Poppy Juice.
At a Poppy Juice? Oh, I love it. Has that gone down?
I think that's gone down
A few
times for
Yes!
sure.
This is such a huge day for podcasting too, because we're recording this on the day that a podcasting legend has been voted out first from Survivor.
Oh,
John
my God.
Lovett, we're so proud of you.
We're so
proud of you. You jumped off that screen, boo.
Andy is unfortunately clinical, and that's all we can say about
Are
that.
you guys Survivor? Are you Survivor
No,
girlies?
Not this present season.
Get
It
back
just started,
into it.
so you know.
Okay, great.
They're gonna get into Survivor season 47, and you're gonna get into them right now on this episode. Please welcome into your ears, Peyton Dix and Hunter Harris. You
That's a
know,
great intro.
just honestly, it would be so cool of you guys to not speak
to not
and just
say anything.
And just
No, I love it.
that is our podcast actually. Mostly silence and posing and taking selfies.
Well, you guys actually justify the visual component to the podcast, which is there is a lot of nonverbal stuff happening, and like it is about like watching like reactions, like that are like beyond words.
I think that's true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, because you always
I know. I put my fist up a lot in a way that's
Queen of
but
Fists.
for
I
like
think
the
it's fun.
craziest stuff.
like for Chopped.
For
like
Chopped.
I'm like
Oh,
Martin
okay.
King of Chopped.
Talk
you know
about
what I mean?
Chopped, and you went recently.
I did. I had lunch twice this week from Chopped.
Wait, the one that just opened in Brooklyn. I live right by it.
The J Street
Thank
Metro
God.
Tech one.
Thank
yeah.
God.
I went
Yeah.
the day it opened. I ordered it on Postmates actually because I didn't feel like walking over there. But
And how close are you? And how close are you?
I'm Fort Green.
Okay, yeah.
vibes.
So it's not
Local.
far.
Yeah.
Local.
And because there was a discount on Postmates, I was like,
Yeah.
so excited. Capitalism, yay!
Yay! Okay, what did you get?
Well, what I always get, Mexican
Caesar.
I'm an adult. I'm gonna get a Mexican Caesar. I'm not a child. Yeah. And then I'm getting a squeeze of lime. I'm adding avocado. I'm adding chicken, of course. Salt and pepper.
Yeah.
Heavy on the pepper.
Mhm.
And if I'm feeling crazy, like a scallion, or like maybe even
Oh.
like a what are those girls in there? Like the little like toasted onion things that they have.
Sure,
like the radish
totally.
thing.
Yeah. And if I'm feeling like cunted, I'm getting. You heard me. A wrap. I'm
Yeah,
getting a wrap.
yeah, yeah,
No,
yeah,
no,
yeah, yeah,
no, no. The wraps are bad there.
But Hunter,
The wraps
because
are
you had a
bad.
rap recently.
Yes, I went for the first time. I was coming out of LaGuardia,
Uh-huh.
Delta
Oh,
Lounge.
well,
How
that was your
lucky
first
for
mistake.
you.
That-
Well, no.
not a mistake.
Not
No.
at LaGuardia,
No,
but
no,
going
no.
near an airport.
Well, I was on my way home and I said,
Uh-huh.
I'm feeling a little hungry.
Cunted. I'm
Like,
gonna get a rap.
I was like, there's a Chopped right there.
Just
I feel like I'm
LaGuardia.
seeing a celebrity. I should go.
Yes.
I fully walked past and said, no, I need to like hold out.
Yeah.
And then I walked back around and said,
Yep.
I'm going to the Chopped. It's
Mhm.
happening today.
Wow.
And the tortilla was
No.
gross. It was not good. I did
Damn.
not like it.
And it was the one in LaGuardia?
Yeah.
Okay,
But
so
the new LaGuardia.
The new
Not-
LaGuardia.
Not the old one.
But
I almost wore my
LaGuardia got her
LaGuardia
body
hat
done, not
today.
the Chopped there. So like
the Chopped there is brand new.
No, it's different. Like you have to go to like either there's one in the new one in Brooklyn is good, but they're still kind of they're putting their wheels on. They're getting comfortable.
Right.
They're not perfect.
Well,
but they're
I did
learning.
order 2 salads and I did like them. I
Okay.
had them subsequent days for lunch.
because it's
I'm trying
great.
to eat healthier.
I just think it's, I think
My
it's
diet is normally
yeah.
Olive Garden
and
pasta.
No,
what do
you,
I have in my
with
purse
butter.
at all times?
Oh, what's that candy? The
A
fruit,
fruit
roll
roll-up.
a fruit
Fruit
roll-
roll
fruit
up?
Oh,
roll-up.
bless you.
No,
I,
bring that back. In fact, didn't you almost order it last night?
I did order fruit by the foot last night. Fruit by the foot is back in a huge
Wait,
way.
You have to understand.
Ordered
No.
fruit
So
snacks are bad.
we're
Go
watching
Puff.
Real Housewives of
Okay,
Salt
okay.
Lake City and Survivor reality show night. Last night, reality TV popped off. So we smoked a little bit of reefer, and then Bowen pulls out the MacBook Pro, and he says, "I'm gonna order some snacks." You have to imagine my response when I see there's a fruit
by the
by
foot.
the foot ordered.
Same. Like I believe ConAgra, Betty Crocker, something. Same
Something,
imprint.
yeah,
as
something
Fruit
that
by-
like had a box top when I was
Yeah.
growing up. Something that I could turn in for like points. When I was
You got what was the catalog of stuff? It was a fruit by the foot, and then what else?
String cheese. I got a little ham and cheese cracker, sort of like adult Lunchables thing, basically.
Like an assortment, and then I ordered one thing, which was one
Half baked.
half pint. Was it a half pint?
A pint of half baked.
One pint of half baked Ben and Jerry's ice cream. So then it comes to the apartment. We eat the stuff, and I finish my ice cream. And Bowen turns to me and goes,
No.
"You ate that whole thing?"
No.
And I go, "Yeah."
no.
And he literally goes, "Oh."
No, I literally tagged that.
How
by
are you
saying,
gonna literally something that you
wasn't
literally
making
did?
you feel bad about it. I was like honestly impressed. I was like, wow. But
But if you could boil down why you were
the spin
impressed.
zone, the spin
If
zone.
you could boil down
this
why
is,
were you
this is the
impressed?
spin room. But I was impressed because you ate the entire pint in literally 15 minutes.
And what was your impression rooted in?
Rooted in me
Judgment.
me
You didn't think a
enjoying
human being
ice
could do
cream.
it.
No, let's get
I
to the source.
savor
Let's get to the
ice
source.
cream. I must savor ice cream.
So you were saying you were incredulous that I wouldn't save half of it for later? And you were impressed that I just allowed myself to consume the whole thing.
I thought you would have saved some for me.
Oh wow!
Mm.
I see what you did there. I see what you did there. and I love it.
No.
That was good.
You
That
can
was
sing it.
good.
He
That was
doesn't
good.
even believe
No,
it.
I definitely
Yep.
believe it.
No, he
Yeah.
does not. That is not a thing.
Sharing
He didn't
is
want a
caring.
bite of
Sharing
that.
is caring.
That was nasty.
I will
of
say,
you.
and it's not time for I don't think so, honey, yet. But the ice cream arrived and it was soup. It was melted
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
the Postmates guy had taken the subway.
He took the train, which he's allowed to do.
He's allowed to do it, but it's just hot down there.
in this economy, come on.
In
It's
this
hot down
economy.
there in September what is it? September 19th today. I'm the middle of summer allegedly out there.
It is the middle of
it's-
summer.
okay, and now this segues nicely into this conversation that is mirrored on our podcast, which is anti-summer with Peyton,
Right.
Thank you.
The right side of history.
except you. But Hunter, you did say something in the pod that I kind of took issue with, which is you said, well, fall is so obvious. But I was like, but what does that make summer? I feel like summer is obvious.
Summer's the most
No.
obvious.
Okay,
No.
please.
Summer is the underdog. She's the queen.
How are you the queen?
How
of
is she the queen of the
underdog?
underdog?
No,
Listen.
wait, no, pull the gun out immediately.
There is such.
Explain yourself.
Put the guns away. I know we're in America, but my God.
Sorry.
Okay, this is the
How
thing
you
about
the queen of
summer.
underdog?
You
Yeah.
look forward to summer.
Yeah.
You have a summer fling. I've never heard of a fall fling.
Well,
Never heard
you
of
haven't ever
never heard of
Oh.
winter.
Clearly, you're.
You've never listened to Taylor Swift.
Oh,
First of all.
Oh
Yeah.
my
Orange by
God.
Taylor. Okay, interesting.
Summer, you have outfits for summer. A swimsuit. Ever heard of it?
Yeah.
You go on summer vacation.
Right.
Holiday.
You have never been to an upstate fall vacation like we're gonna go on so
No, I
shortly
have
to the
allergies.
Poconos.
Those
I'm
lesbian
sorry.
hands down.
Oh yeah, no, we did.
That was Bet and that was Tina.
It
Put
was
it
the
down.
L word. The L word happened right in front of y'all.
That was crazy. For me, that was crazy.
we're on like the lesbian sort
Yeah.
of like shade of the gay sort of color wheel.
Because we're
I
so
think.
tired.
Heard.
We're tired.
And why are we tired? Because the summer broke us.
What
Thank
are you
you.
talking about? You don't like putting on like slutty little outfits in the summertime?
Can I ask you a question? It's almost like you don't think fall can be slutty.
Wow.
Wow.
You don't think
I
fall can be
don't.
slutty?
I really
feel like the
don't.
biggest slut in fall because I know I have my looks together.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Because
But
you're
then
layering.
you walk in
something
somewhere
take
and
off.
it's like, where am I going to put my coat? I had a coat taken from me once when I was wearing it.
Taken from
That
you.
feels like reckless behavior. Maybe
Okay.
maybe your brain was
Hunter
melted from summer.
wasted. First of all, it was April, so let's get it correct. And Hunter was wasted at my birthday party where she wore a Leo shirt to my Taurus birthday.
Yeah,
I don't
that was
see-
aggressive.
Oh.
I don't see a
It
problem
was
with
nasty
that.
behavior. It was
Nasty.
nasty behavior.
Who
I can't
took
wear
the coat?
clothes.
We don't know.
I don't know, but it's a mystery I'm still trying to solve.
Now, was it because the coat looked like all other coats?
No.
It was, in fact, a
It was
very
a nice
fashionable
it was a
coat.
nice coat.
Right.
And that's
How much
why
was it, Hunter?
She doesn't have to
Don't
say.
bring that
Don't
into
know.
it.
I
No,
understand what you're
I
saying.
do want to know.
Yeah. Off the
We don't
pod.
have to know. I understand what you're saying though, which is a coat is a liability.
Yes, I don't like to go somewhere and have to worry. I have like kids. I have to worry about them running
Yeah.
around.
No,
like,
because you want to know what you get though with a coat? Pockets.
Well, pockets can be other
I have
places.
a purse.
But you guys can carry purses, whereas I'm one of those gay guys that's like really slow to like the tiny bag. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like that was not a natural thing for me.
Totally, but now I think we've shifted into like I think the look for all genders is no bags, no anything. You're kind of
Naked.
You're walking around basically naked, but pure pockets. That's your only storage on your person.
But I don't like the way pockets look when they're full.
Yeah,
like
no,
I'm like
terrible.
a menswear girly where it's like you have to like get the pockets sewn because it brings on the whole outfit.
You're
Yeah.
one more time. A menswear
Menswear
girly.
girly. Menswear girly.
Yeah, but you
And that's on allyship.
They say their pockets.
and that's on
Wait,
Willow
and
Bennett.
okay, so that's what we need to talk about because being gay in summer is so much harder than being straight in summer because you don't have
Being gay in summer
pride. Being gay
Yeah.
in summer is painful.
Okay.
It's
Yeah.
agonizing.
It is a
Bus
schedule
club,
to
another
keep
club,
up.
train, no sleep. Yeah, there's no escaping. Like there's no day off.
Right.
Yeah, that's where I am at pride parties.
Because they're looking for your allyship for me and it won't be found. Because I'm at Poppy Juice with Bowen. And
There you
are
go.
Literally, someone asked where I was at a pride party. I was like, home.
Home. This is the
Resting
corollary.
up because your summer can continue after that because you're not exhausted. That's
You're not
why.
exhausted.
That's why you say it can go until October 31st because you're not burnt out June 8th.
No, but I have something to help Hunter's case, which is your summer is purely programmed with weddings. And that's exhausting.
Oh, is that so?
And that's a lot. But that's not a drain on you. You like that.
Yeah, I
I'm
like
pointing
weddings.
too much. I'm literally pointing
Yeah,
at
no, we
everybody.
No, I like
doing that.
weddings.
Like we should all put our hands down.
You said put the guns away. Bowen has his.
And
I had a wedding last weekend. I have a wedding this weekend.
Ugh.
how do you feel?
Tired.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I like a wedding.
I
I
think-
love a speech. I love when someone who
Yeah.
has never made a creative decision their entire life has to get up and make 20 in front of a room full of people. I love a wedding speech. You joking? It's
Yeah,
hard.
yeah,
Oh,
and
wow.
it is like even if you know what's funny too, like even if they pick the person to have that role and like because they do that, like if they pick someone like, oh, I picked my friend who's the maid of honor because I know they're a performer, they're a writer, whatever, they flop so frequently because it's a different thing.
That's,
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly.
For
it's
me,
like a
I had to-
different rubric.
Yes, I had to
Yes.
officiate my sister's wedding. I was more nervous doing that than I was performing for a crowd of any size. Like just this wedding. It was like, ugh, because you're not in service to yourself. You're in service to them. You don't really know what they're gonna want
Yeah.
because they're straight and quiet.
Wait, have you
Mhm.
given a speech at a wedding?
Oh, well, at a rehearsal dinner.
How'd it go?
Oh,
Oh, that's better.
It was okay,
Yeah.
but it was like what you're saying. It's really hard because it's like a lot of those speeches just like follow a same cadence of like
Yeah.
a little bit of roasting, a little bit of like lovey, a little bit of like random reference from like 15 years ago.
Yes.
And
Yeah.
you just have to like I don't know.
You
I'm
know
not
what
good
they
at that kind of
say?
speech.
they say open with a local joke.
That's
Oh.
I think that's true of like college tours.
Yeah, college tours and
About
weddings,
weddings.
open with a local joke. No, because like everyone's thinking about how they got there, or everyone's thinking
fine.
about like why
Where
this
they are.
space. You know what I mean? Like if it's a lot of college people, make a local joke.
Right.
If it's like to get everyone on board,
Mhm.
like hey, this person did their homework, or hey, this person's one of us.
Uh-huh.
Unify your audience. Yeah.
Unify the
Yeah.
audience
Okay.
against the common
I'm
enemy,
taking
the
notes.
bride.
But is this why you dislike summer? Or no, is this why you love summer, which is weddings?
I have weddings all times. of year.
Okay.
Yeah.
Great.
I'm pretty bummed.
Okay.
I'm
Wait,
receiving
with
no
your,
more.
With your hands crossed like that? Yeah, this is business.
I have
This is
weddings
business.
all throughout the year.
Yeah.
I
I'm not
do,
regular like
I
you
do.
people.
You're like
Yeah.
J-Lo in the wedding planner.
Yes.
And that she has weddings all year. One of her great roles.
One of her great roles.
Oh, but Made in Manhattan.
No, certainly.
Made in
Made in
Manhattan.
Manhattan.
Her popping off her little like hair and Made in
Mhm.
Manhattan, so imprinted us here.
So good. Totally. I feel like I think the hung up, the Substack that Hunter has just dropped, reacting to the lunch that Bennifer went on this past week.
Mm.
Can we get your thoughts extemporaneously now with what's going on? Because I think you are our most trusted source in Bennifer news.
I'm reporting live.
You
on the
are.
scene. No, okay.
Hunter was there at lunch.
You can see me in the background, like
Yes.
through the shrubs. Okay, did you see these photos?
Yeah.
When I see those photos, it looks to me like he is saying, "What more do you want from me? What else can I give? I'm here, aren't I?"
Yes.
It's like it's very much like indignant, not wanting to be there. But then I was reading from one side. Can I say Benny Medina?
Yeah, you sure?
Yeah,
J-Lo's
yeah, definitely.
Manager, because it was
Oh, yeah.
absolutely planted by him. that like he's still in love with her. They were kissing, they were hugging, all of this stuff. Then from the other side, every other source is like, no.
Yeah.
Ooh.
They looked tense. Like the photos
Yeah.
even of them in the car together. It's like, it's not giving love. It's giving like animosity. It's
Did
giving
you
hate.
see the photo of Jennifer Lopez and Matt Damon clutching hands?
Yeah, the prayer,
Yes,
the prayer.
yes,
Wait,
prayer.
yes.
I have to
Which wasn't
say-
prayer, allegedly.
That gives to me, looking at that photo, I'm like, oh, his friend, her ex-husband is in trouble. That's what that photo was giving me. That was giving Matt being like, I don't know what to do, and J-Lo being like, I can't know what to do anymore. And I think if they're prolonging it, I have a feeling it's because maybe he can't figure out where he's at. Because he gives to me, Leo man, I'm looking you in your eyes,
Look at this Leo man in the room right now.
who can't stop getting involved.
I think that's true. Yeah, it's giving like hate to see you go, but love to see you walk away.
Yeah.
Mhm,
You know that
mhm.
sex is bomb.
Oh, fire. Need to get involved.
Oh my
Yeah.
god.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm taking a number.
Oh,
I'm
Peyton's
taking
favorite
a
photo
number.
is post dicking
Literally,
down.
there's so many
this.
good celebrity paparazzi shots in this world, but that one specifically, I'm famously J-Lo hater. Yeah, and I'll write on that. I'll look you in the eye, J-Lo. J-Lo's listening, and who else? Taylor Swift. They're sending each other notes
All
right
the
now.
girls are listening.
All the
girls are
girls are
listening.
listening right now. But when I saw the photo of her grinning ear to ear leaving his apartment, him looking worn out behind her, I said, "Oh, they're sucking and fuck." I know that room smells crazy. in there.
Yes.
I know it smells crazy. And I
Not
gotta get
that
in there.
room smells crazy. Woo! Crack a window in here. Oh wow! Yeah.
Yeah, they fuck for real.
Do you think that? Yeah, that's probably the craziest celebrity sex. I do think Brad Pitt and Angelina back in the day were
Mhm.
destroying whole buildings. I think it looked akin to Mr. and Mrs. Smith.
Akin.
I think that's what we want to think.
And you
But
think
I
it was
it's
like
really
Vanilla
like
Missionary?
Angelina Jolie and who was that hot lesbian she dated, or Angelina Jolie and Billy
Bob Thornton.
Billy Bob Thornton.
Yes,
Those
those are the
was
real.
crazy.
Well,
fighters.
we've all seen
The Blood Vial?
Monsters Ball.
a monster's
No,
ball.
that's the San Andreas fault right there. That's what created it.
Oh my god.
Wow.
Oh my god, Hunter.
All I know is so wait, what do you mean?
They fucked so hard they've created a fault line.
Wait, Hunter's sweet little smile after she said that too. That was like, hee.
Hunter.
No, I'm so proud of myself. I'm in the room with a Nepo baby, an LA
Oh.
native.
Oh, come on.
Don't do that.
Come
No,
on.
no.
Save
If you were
face.
born in LA, you're a Nepo baby.
You feel this way?
Of course. Are you kidding? I'm
Being
from
born
Oklahoma.
in LA makes you Nepo?
Yeah.
You,
Okay, no, I'm gonna shout out. I was born in LA. I'm not a number baby. I grew up in Texas.
Becca.
Some of us are born in LA and don't get the privileges.
Oh, so you're
But
being
you
Wait,
admit that they're privileges.
Wow.
Wait, again, the finger
Look at
pointing
that.
has got to end.
Yeah,
They
no.
put the
You
guns
admit
down.
that they are privileges.
Wait, I'm gonna
You
say
are Aaron
that. I'm
Brockovich,
gonna
like,
say
this is
this on
crazy.
mic because actually I almost called you out last week because Becca has producer Becca has entered the chat.
Yes.
And because you've entered the chat, and I'm pointing now, we were doing our interview with JoJo last week.
Yeah.
I look over because I'm hearing the sounds of lunch being eaten. I look over.
Stop
My
it.
girl was chowing down
Let
on
her.
Chick-fil-A.
She's allowed.
On
She's-
Chick-fil-A.
Stop it.
The producer of
Yeah.
Las Culturistas.
Everybody-
Double homicide.
And I'm sitting here. I'm sitting here next to noted Chick-fil-A apologist Bowen
All
Yang
right, whatever.
herself. And this is the accountability episode, and that's the title of that.
Y'all are gonna come crawling when I'm an exec at the streaming service.
Chick-fil-A is doing original content.
Yes, you didn't hear this? You didn't see this headline?
You're fucking kidding.
Chick-fil-A doing
My
a
good
streaming.
friend was actually up for this job.
Wow.
Is it going to be like
What's it gonna be,
conservative
like,
media?
Yeah,
It's
totally.
supposed to be like Hallmark.
Oh,
they wanted
okay.
to
Family-friendly
have their own
programming.
version of family-friendly programming.
Yeah, which is terrible, but
Okay, let's see how long that lasts.
Interesting.
Probably a really long time,
Really-
actually.
a
Probably
really long time.
really
They've got the
Probably
cash on
forever.
hand.
Yeah.
They
DOH.
get like the
Funded
third.
by you two,
I-
actually.
Yeah. The third most Emmy
Checking out.
nominations. Actually, Chick-fil-A
Who's
beat
been to
FX
Chick-fil-A?
this year.
Excuse me. I don't want to hear it. Okay. I hope they don't use that font. I hate that font. I hate the
it's
Chick-fil-A
a
font.
bad font.
Yes,
Yeah.
God.
Well, noted graphic designing legend, you.
Yeah, I don't love it.
What chicken place has the best logo?
Oh,
great
interesting.
question.
What are our options? Popeyes,
KFC.
Chick-fil-A, KFC.
Chick-fil-A.
Oh, wait, what about the Canes? Yeah.
Canes. I don't.
Oh, what's it called? Nando's.
Nando's has great chicken, a great font, and
I was
great
like,
chicken.
Oh.
But I will say, I think Popeyes has the most timeless logo.
They also but what they don't have is the iconic mascot that KFC
They
will always
they
have.
don't need it.
The Colonel.
It stands
The
alone.
Colonel. Yeah.
It
It
stands
stands
It doesn't need a
alone.
Colonel. Doesn't need another white man taking
Oh
up space.
You're
my
so right.
God, you're so right.
Remember when Reba McEntire was Colonel Sanders for a sec?
Yeah.
No.
Say more?
You don't remember
She-
this? This was
No.
like 5 years ago.
It was like a few years ago. Yeah, they were like
The Colonel's missing. Or no, it was they did like a whole like Bond unveiling. Like, oh, this person's the new Colonel. Like getting us all excited.
I have lore on this. I used to work for KFC at that time.
And you're eating Chick-fil-A. Oh my God.
Wait, wow, allegiance to
Okay.
nobody.
Yeah,
Nobody.
No, I worked at KFC during this time when they were changing the Colonel. That was like the campaign, is that the Colonel was someone new every few months.
Right.
And they hired Reba to be the Colonel. And they hired
That's great.
From Rudy or whatever to be the Colonel, like that football movie.
Oh, Sean Astin?
Yes.
Oh.
Sure.
That was like their big football campaign. Football season. They hired the Terminator to be
Arnold Schwarzenegger?
not Ar- maybe it was a different robot movie.
Oh,
Point
new,
is-
yeah. Point is,
Well,
They were
Wally?
that they were trying things.
Yes.
they should bring that back.
RuPaul was up
Yeah,
at
wait,
one
that's kind of
point
fun,
to be the
actually.
Colonel.
I know. Wait, I
want to be the Colonel.
Let's be the Colonel.
Yeah.
Kind of a high honor. Like getting the
Huge
key to
honor.
the city.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's the new Doctor
Key to
Who.
the chicken.
Key to the chicken.
Key to the chicken.
Favorite chicken place?
Oh, Popeyes.
Popeyes.
Popeyes, of course.
Thank you.
No question.
You know what? I feel like really loyal to KFC because on 14th and 2nd Avenue, right next to where I went to college, sorry, literally right before we got on, Hunter was like, we have to talk about the epidemic of people talking about college.
And is this? But are we stepping on?
Yes, yes. that's
Okay,
fine.
great. So let's speak no more of it.
I'm just saying there was a KFC near me that was really good to me for a very long time.
Yeah, that's good. That's good.
Really good to me for a very long time.
Randomly though, Popeyes like love J'adore obviously, but really the red beans and rice are what.
Yeah.
It's the sides for me that I'm actually like,
Yeah.
this is where I'm taking it. It's
Yes.
not really the chicken
Mhm.
is
Chicken
good,
is good, but the sides are really where it rounds out.
yeah, carrying it.
The thing is,
Back
if you do live in New York, though, like there's so much fast food everywhere that I was always going for a Burger King or McDonald's moment. Because I do think that the nuggets,
At Burger King?
well, Burger King used to have good nuggets and then they changed. And I don't know why sometimes these people change.
yeah.
Yeah.
Wendy's used to have good nuggets too, actually.
They had an incredible nugget.
Great
Yeah,
nugget.
they were
And then
really
it's
good.
almost like all the fast food chains tried to copy McDonald's. They all became like McDonald's nuggets-esque.
Hmm.
Oh,
Like pink goo.
Like pink,
like pink
goo.
Yeah,
Pink
we've all
goo.
seen that video.
Yeah, yeah,
of
yeah,
it
yeah.
being
Oh,
made. yeah.
Oh, it's wild.
It didn't stop anything.
It's
No.
not
we
stopped
were
a
like,
single
that's
thing.
gross. So I'll get a 6-piece.
Yeah.
Can I get barbecue sauce? And like,
Oh.
no one cared.
This is what I want to tell you. So we've been on our like Diet Coke kick. Now we love Diet Coke. As you can see, it's in my hands. So I'm at the 7-Eleven just 20 minutes ago before we started, thinking I'm gonna grab a Diet Coke, and then I saw the Slurpee machine. So this is always a slippery slope for me because I love Slurpee.
Okay.
If I ever go to the movie theaters, I get Slurpee. This is one of the flavors that they had. Coke Zero Oreo.
No, no, no,
what?
no.
So
Oreo?
I put my finger under the thing and went so I could try a little bit.
Just raw.
Raw.
Oh my God.
Oh, I figured there was a cup involved or a tester.
No,
Oh
I
my
just go.
God.
I pulled the lever over my finger and it like ran over my finger and in the middle of New York City, we're on 39th Street and 8th.
Gross.
39th and 8th, the most disgusting part of the
this is
city.
gross.
Yeah.
I went to the
Ew.
7-Eleven on 39th and 8th, put my finger raw in the Slurpee machine to try Coke Zero Oreo,
Yeah.
and I want to say
Uh,
I'm happy I
oh
did
my
it.
God.
I
Really?
loved it.
Really?
It was good.
Oh
And it's a
my-
limited time only. So get on over to that 7-Eleven on 39th and 8th and make it happen for yourself. You
Not
won't
sponsored
regret it.
by 7-Eleven.
7-Eleven.
Did you watch Mormon Wives?
I've started to, and I don't think it's for me.
How far are you?
Like 2 minutes in.
Okay, no.
So
You
you watched, like, the
haven't seen
trailer.
anything yet.
Okay.
I heard it's good.
It's
Yeah.
so good. It's so crazy.
But I
Yeah.
didn't realize, I thought it was going to be a documentary in the way that we would be like watching.
Right.
I just like treat it a little bit more like Tim Crazy or something like that. But
you thought it was
we
going to
don't
be
even-
serious? You thought it was going to be like
Yeah, it was like
intentional?
an exploration, if you will. But it is
It's reality
Housewives.
TV. Yeah,
Yeah.
Well, I hear that
I
they
didn't realize
hook you
that.
with the swinger stuff. Like you think it's gonna be sexier and crazier than it actually, and then it just ends up being like a pretty facile reality show.
Well, the pilot is weird because for the first like even 15 minutes, it seems like it's gonna be something one way, like
Yes.
about the swingers, about like a sort of I don't know, like emotional reckoning.
Yes.
And then it becomes full Bravo. I mean, in the
Okay,
first episode,
that's good. I can do that then.
Yeah, in the
Okay,
first
great.
episode, it's like this is not a huge spoiler, but the main girl goes on quite a journey through an arrest and a pregnancy, like, and that's just the
And
first
an
episode.
not an abortion, sorry.
No, a
a
miscarriage.
miscarriage.
And a
miscarriage.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Okay,
And then
that is a
someone gets
journey.
mad at her for talking about the miscarriage.
Well, she had the right to get
Because
mad at her.
For
She had the right
pulling
to get mad
focus,
at
for
her.
pulling focus, which, but that
It was not okay.
But that's I know, but I'm just saying that I'm giving them a preview. That's
Yeah,
what
okay.
you should expect.
I can
I'm
do that.
interested.
Yeah.
I'm interested. I'm actually on board. I mean, I love the show that is the woman on my shirt is featured on, which is the Real Housewives of Salt Lake City. This is the sister show to The Secret Lives of Mormon Wives.
Yes, one of the girls, the main girl, Taylor, who you've seen in like she's most of the pilot is about her. She was cast or she was considered for Salt Lake City.
Oh,
Housewives.
interesting.
They said she was quote too boring. I said, open your eyes.
Yeah,
Open your
open your
eyes.
eyes a little bit wider because what's happening over there on this
She's
show.
something.
But
So-
are we not over Mormonism? I feel like it's been a little too heavy on Mormonism. Mormons. Like, what about
Did you watch the
fucking
Andrew Garfield?
Catholics? under the yeah. What about
What about
Catholics?
Catholics? It's actually roller coaster
Representation.
number 80.
I
What
know
about Catholics? But you know, there's now a new show because they said on Salt Lake City
Oh,
Housewives
yes.
last night they kept cutting to
Bad.
this woman, like
Sarah.
and the underthird was Lisa's realtor, and I'm like, why are we
Focusing
meeting
so
our
much on
realtor?
Sarah.
And then it was a commercial where it was like. Lisa was like, Sarah, don't you think there's so much amazing real estate happening in Salt Lake? I actually do, and that's why. And it said, sold on SLC.
Say
A
that
new
10 times fast.
Selling
Terrible
Sunset
title.
meets these Mormon girl shows.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, wait. Interesting crossover.
But
Actually.
this doesn't. This is sort of this thing though. Like, are we not over Mormonism?
I'm
No.
over Mormonism. I think we've like had our fair share of. It started with under the banner of heaven.
Right.
Andrew Garfield.
Mm-hmm.
Love
You were
you,
robbed.
Andrew.
I actually have no idea what happened with his awards, but I love that show.
He'll
And
get
then
his.
all of a sudden, I feel like it kicked off all this Mormonism. And,
Yeah.
And I feel like, again, it's distracting from the Catholics, actually, is what I'm landing on. I feel like there's other religions to explore.
Well, Mormons, I will say,
Mormonism?
to generalize about Mormons on this podcast, they are very good at media. I will
Yeah.
say they're good at like getting in there and like, this is our deal. Like the billboards they would have, like growing up in Colorado, like they had some good billboards. Like
Don't they
Great
also
copy.
do
Well,
the
they know
great
it.
copy,
Visible
literally.
ads?
What's that?
Or,
Yeah.
like everywhere there's like an ad for like, have you met him? Like God.
Uh-huh.
Were those
Yeah.
Mormons or are those just regular
Scientologists
evangelicals?
and Mormons are very good at like just marketing shit.
Messaging
Yeah.
themselves.
Who
Messaging
is their
themselves.
tree Paine, I wonder?
Ooh.
Oh my God. Now, thank God you're back because Hunter is also as obsessed with tree paint as we are.
Yeah.
How do you feel about tree paint, Peyton?
I'm an ally to the experience. I love
Great
Taylor Swift.
answer.
I'm a Swiftie, so by proxy, I support
Yes.
But I'm
Hunter's
not
interest.
a Swiftie.
Yeah.
I'm
Right.
just a Painiac.
Painting.
That's
Yeah.
where we meet. That's where
Painiac.
we can connect,
Yeah.
actually.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah.
Now, what do you make of her recent? Now you said that Tree Paine kind of orchestrated so well this whole Taylor endorsing Kamala thing, like kind of getting past the Brittany Mahomes of it all.
Yes.
Like, what's your take on recent happenings with Tree?
I don't know. I feel like the Brittany Mahomes of it all is like it's gotten too much.
Yeah.
Like Tree Paine needs a worthy foe, and that is not Brittany Mahomes.
Totally.
No.
I'm sorry, her like Ivanka Trump cosplay and like the Chanel suit she wore
No.
to, like the last game. It was a nightmare.
Yeah.
But I feel like Tree is playing this pretty well.
Who is a worthy opponent to Tree Paine? I think
I dare not speak their name. No, I don't know who it would be. I don't know who it would be.
J Lo.
Well, did you see
Benny
that-
Medina. Oh,
Benny
I'd love to see
Medina.
them face off.
No,
Lock
no,
him in
Tree
a room,
Paine
see what
would
happens.
ruin Benny Medina's life.
No, have you? Wait, did you watch the documentary?
Yeah.
Did you
I
not
actually
watch
just
him
watched it
talk-
again.
Did you watch him talk
purpose?
down to that exec who was like, "It's not a music video, it's
Yeah,
a
but-
feature."
Yeah, but you know what though? Ultimately, and I say this with all due respect, what was it?
Oh,
What was it? And I will also say the by far most compelling element of that entire JLo project was the documentary.
Directed
Yes.
by who? Directed by Leo Mann. Be careful.
Ben
Ben?
Affleck.
Yes, he wanted to
yeah.
make it.
Yes, you said this. So it's so crazy that he's depicted it and being like, well, I don't know, because like you said he was setting up cameras.
Yes, they have photos. I can't remember where this, maybe page 6, that they had photos of him setting up cameras and like him like framing her shot.
Do you know what the biggest gag is? This is the biggest gag of
He
all.
looks amazing in the documentary.
No, he's
He's like
a
the
movie
most
star.
loving husband. He's
Yeah.
the most loving husband.
He's the
my
best
God.
part about her. Besides her children. Besides her
my
children.
Ooh, feminism walked out of the room.
I don't
I don't know.
never entered the room. Okay.
I will say he did come off really well in the documentary, but I will say the gag is that he and Matt Damon are producers on Kiss of the Spider Woman,
Yes.
which I heard T that it's good
Okay.
and that she is really good in it, and that they think if you're looking for her
when did they shoot this?
narrative to go, they shot it while they were separating before they got divorced. She shot this movie from March to May of this last year.
Wow.
And
So
the
while they
separation
were
was
separated-
April.
Yeah, yeah.
Well,
we
I
were
know.
watching Challengers and she was getting to work.
Yes, she was literally doing it, and
Wow.
it was like very quiet, the fact that they shot it, but they literally got it in the can during what, if we're to look on paper, were the darkest days
Yeah.
of their separation. And you have to imagine if that's funneled into the project, and this is and the narrative is she's coming back and she's able to like capitalize on this. Maybe Benny Medina does win after all.
I mean, I feel like she's always a professional. I will say that. It doesn't actually shock
Definitely.
me to hear that she would be able to like make it through that experience and still be able to like serve kind. I'm also just looking at her Instagram and the way that she's handling it alone is kind of making me stand. I'm like changing my tune a little bit because I love
She's
a
showing
loud
up.
bitch. Yeah, you're gonna be like, oh, I'm going through a breakup. I'm gonna live tweet every moment of it. Like,
Yeah.
I'm gonna take this almost like Tinder-esque selfie where her ass is seen in the mirror and
Yep.
then her face is in the front. That's
Right.
a real woman.
It's why
Yeah.
a Leo man doesn't stand a chance against a Leo woman. That's the real truth.
That's the truth. Hunter, agree?
Two wolves within me, yeah.
Two wolves.
True.
Bisexuality actually is what that is. Yeah.
And I am actually one of those people that believes she should be holding an Oscar in her hand.
Oh,
for
absolutely.
For
Hustlers.
hustlers, I was gonna
Absolutely.
say, can we
Hustlers,
stage
yeah.
the space? Like that was deserved.
Because only J-Lo could have done Hustlers.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
that.
Lots
Yeah.
of ladies
Yeah.
could have done
Yeah.
Laura Dern and Marriage Story. Not saying she wasn't great in it, but it's like, I just feel like when the role meets the performer in such a way,
Yeah.
you have to honor that moment.
Did you watch her Netflix doc where she's like sitting in
Halftime.
bed,
Yeah.
like crying over not getting an Oscar nomination? Now, that was a little moment.
You have to
Oh.
understand, I also subscribe to the newsletter.
It's fantastic.
On
Like
the
something you need
6th.
to know about me.
Yeah, no, I'm a J-Lo fan.
Listen, I love it. I swear I'm blacklisted from it.
No.
No, I get them like hours later than everyone else.
No.
Yeah, I do.
It's Benny.
The J-Lo newsletter?
Yeah.
Yes, on the J-Lo.
I didn't
the
realize
J-Lo.
this existed.
She writes it to
That's
her J
okay.
lover.
I mean,
Yeah.
that's fine for you.
She writes it to her J lovers.
She
Did you
writes it
see?
to
Writes
her
it to her
J
J-lover.
lover.
Yeah, if you're not one of the J lovers,
I
you
guess
wouldn't
I'm
know.
not. Wait, where's the documentary on this March to May period then?
Coming.
Coming soon.
Because that's Kiss of the Spider Woman and the separation and Met Gala, which was like the first sign of like,
Yes,
oh, it's
yeah,
done.
Yeah.
Yes.
You know
Coming
what
to
I mean?
Amazon Prime though soon, hopefully.
I mean, that would be a perfect trifecta. Documentary trifecta, which is Halftime, The Greatest Love Story Never Told, and then whatever this is.
That's when
Talk to me about art.
Actually would be iconic.
That's
Would be
when
so
capitalism
good.
is cool. Where I'm like, wait, that would be epic if we actually just turned this into a whole bit.
It's like everyone's
From
talking
it.
about Beyonce's trilogy. What we need to be talking about
Is
is the
J-Lo.
potential for this J-Lo trilogy.
Is the Beyonce trilogy ever happening?
I mean, there will be the third album.
There will be
I
the third
think.
album, but it's just a question of where the visuals are.
Oh, I was talking meaning the Netflix thing when she'd like signed a Netflix deal for 3
Oh.
productions, and one of them was
Homecoming
Homecoming, and the other 2
are on
have
the
yet to
contract.
materialize.
Okay,
know.
wow.
I mean, you have to imagine. Well, wait. Renaissance, is that anywhere?
Renaissance was
Did that count?
That-
They did the movie.
It didn't
that was
land
in
anywhere.
theaters,
And then it
but
didn't-
it's on
did it come out-
Netflix.
it didn't come out
Netflix
anywhere?
produced it.
I
I'm
don't think it
not
was a Netflix
sure.
production.
I believe that the Beyonce visuals exist, and I believe that there's a plan. There are some people out there who think,
who doubt.
that something leaked, and it was like, it might not be as much of a grand plan as everyone thinks. I'm like, no, even this I feel like is a leak, because you're talking
Yeah.
about someone who is the greatest Virgo of all time,
The original Virgo.
who
The
has
original
done
Virgo.
Yeah.
things previously thought, that you
Previous
couldn't
thought,
execute.
Yeah,
And they've been to perfection every single time. I don't think there's any way that you or the visuals is the final answer on that.
Exactly.
No.
The you or the visuals does not feel like the end of anything.
No.
It's the beginning.
But
Oh.
also, I think it's fine to like hear me out. Like, wait, like this is
Yeah.
we're edging. Like, I think it's fine
Yeah.
that we are
You
patient.
advocating patience?
Yeah.
Okay, this is a crazy day. This is a crazy
I've
day.
actually changed in the last 10 minutes. I'm different now. It's cool. Yeah.
While we have you advocating for patience, we want to dig a little deeper with
Yeah.
you, Peyton, because we have not yet asked you the question. Hunter Harris has been asked the question, what was the culture that made you say culture was for you?
Okay.
But now it's time for you, Peyton Dix, to answer that question.
Oh my god, the way I was like, oh my god, I don't think so, honey. Already, okay.
No.
Yeah, no.
my chest got tight. My chest got tight.
To remind everybody, Hunter's answer we were recalling
Oh, yeah, what
from
was
when
yours?
you came out, Aaron Brockovich.
Aaron Brockovich.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I was thinking about like, okay, then now
It can be anything. It doesn't have to be a movie. Yeah.
Okay, because wow, I have a different answer. I was like in theater camp, brag. And I remember this girl. I was in like maybe middle school, and this girl was telling me about how Pink got her name. If we all know the lore.
Alicia Moore.
Yeah, thank you for calling her by her government name. Thank
She-
you.
Wait, I've never
It's
heard
spelled
that.
weird too. It's Aleci.
Yes,
Of
yes, yes,
course.
yes, yes.
White people are so creative with their names. I love it. I'm
I
like,
love
oh,
it.
what are they gonna do next? But she got her name because she had friends that were black and had never allegedly seen a white girl's pussy before. Can I say pussy?
Yeah, you can
Yes.
say
Okay.
pussy. You can say whatever you want.
Great. More to come.
You said cunted earlier, and you're like, can I say
Yeah.
pussy?
And now I'm like, oh shoot. Can I say fuck?
What words are bad?
Yeah.
Wait, finish. Go on
So-
with the story. I want to hear.
They hadn't
So-
seen a white girl's pussy before.
Yeah, classic. And then my down bitch showed and was like, damn, that's Pink. And that's how she got her name Pink. Seriously, it's a true story. She's
What?
like,
Wait,
oh,
wait,
right.
Wait, Shamika said she had potential.
No.
Gotta grab. This is a professional setting.
No.
I had to. It was right there.
It
It
was
was right there.
I put it down so you could pick it up. And that's why we work together.
That's why we
Let
work
me
together.
say this. Wondering on that one. Yeah.
Sorry. Oh my god.
History.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow, are we getting this? Okay. So is that really where
It's true. It's true.
Is
It's
that
like she's
also
on
where the
record about it.
exclamation point came in, or was that just fun?
I think that was, again, white people are really creative in their name. So she
yeah.
was
They were
doing
like, what
something
about
special.
exclamation point?
Yeah, because she's loud. And I think, like, in general, I loved Pink, and that felt, like, so shocking for me to hear. And
Yeah.
also was just so much more interesting to me, this, like, era of, like, white women cosplaying different races. Like,
Yeah.
I loved it.
Yeah.
I was like, more.
I'll
Yes.
never forget when There You Go came out, and then I saw the video and I was like, huh?
But like her and Gwen Stefani were doing it big and doing it hard. We've talked about this. I think when you're gonna culturally appropriate, you got to do it with your chest.
Yes.
Yeah.
Pedal to the metal. Don't
Yeah.
half-ass it.
Yeah.
Oh,
like,
period.
I'm like, that's why I'm.
I
not
heard you guys
mad.
talking about positions.
Oh my god. No, and look, it's a great album. It's a great
Positions
album.
is a black album. It's an R&B album.
So let's thank you next.
So is Thank You Next.
She's been
That
black
was
for a
Mo-
minute.
That's my black queen when she wants to be. When she wants to be. I think she's taking time off right now, but that's okay. Like, we're arms are open when she's ready to come back.
She's
black
in her
lady will
Imogen.
welcome
She's
her
in her
back.
Imogen Heap bag right
Yeah,
now.
yeah.
Yeah, which we all get into sometimes.
Imogen
I mean-
Heap, a creative white name to you?
Yeah, that's like a verb.
It's
Like
a verb.
that's like not a name. Like,
Imogen
it's an
Heap.
action. Yeah.
For her last name to be Heap is iconic. Heap.
Yeah. Wait, is that her legal name?
Yeah.
First and
Imogen
last.
Heap.
Imogen Heap.
I saw
awesome.
her actually at the Greek. It was a transcendent.
Oh,
concept.
she's
I'm
incredible.
Is she like
I'm
Irish?
sure.
Well, what would you call Imogen
I
Heap?
don't know.
Outside
Is she
of
like
white.
Scottish?
Becca, can we look that
She's a
up?
white creative.
But she like just
Imogen Heap is a white
new
creative,
race.
and that's rule of culture number 50. Imogen Heap is a white creative.
Is she Irish? No, she's a white creative.
She's a white creative.
So just two they're close, so they're neighboring.
but she is American.
Wait,
No, she's British.
Okay, first
Oh,
of all,
she's British. Okay.
is she British?
I have no
What
idea.
did you say?
She's an English musician, so yes.
Yeah.
Okay, great.
Okay.
From Essex.
So she's
Yeah.
Girl from Essex.
Okay.
She
She's just a young girl
Love-
from
I
Oh
Essex.
love
my
that about her.
god.
Wow.
Are you
I
guys?
really liked her. She
Did
was-
you guys have a brat summer? Would you say?
Yeah. I have a brat lifestyle, I think. in
Yeah, you
general,
really
that
do.
I'm
Very
trying
true.
to unlearn. But like every time we record our podcast, every Monday I come in with like, they're like, Peyton needs to drink more water because I've been like hungover for.
You've been
Oh,
riding
I love
hard.
it.
Yeah.
Wait, but I will say it's a very brat-coded answer to the question, which is how Pink discovered her name was she showed her pussy to her
Pussy.
friends.
Yes.
Yeah.
And Charlie was like, oh.
Wait, and so would you? Does this like lump in a bunch of other stuff for you? Like, is it like a queer awakening too for you to like know about this, or
Absolutely not. Actually, that made me less gay. Hearing that news was like, I like closed my legs to that.
Yes.
But I think it just was maybe a sexual awakening in general.
Okay, great.
And then leaning into being like, oh, Pink is so fucking cool and iconic. I want to be a bad girl like her.
And you've always, and has it been a steady love of Pink since that time?
Because she's remained.
She really has remained.
Really, despite all odds, she's remained.
It's
swinging
incredible.
from the roof and like she's a the performance. Oh my god, sealed into my brain.
Are you talking about glitter in the air?
Oh wait, the glitter.
Yeah.
Wait, oh, sorry, that was crazy. Dan's background. Sorry, I don't know if you noticed. The glitter performance from the Grammys.
Yes,
and, I
glitter
can't
in the
remember
air.
the year.
It was stunning. It was one of the first times she did the aerials in like a very public performance way, and I think as a result of it being such a beloved performance, it then kind of became like her whole thing.
I think that she's constantly up in the air and spinning and twirling.
Is she ever like 2 feet on the ground?
She is, but not for long.
Right,
Like she's airborne
her.
if there's potential for her to be, I'm not even kidding, shot into the sky.
Right.
I've sent you the video of her. She's
I want to
here.
start a fight.
2 seconds later, she is at the back.
It's
100 feet in the air at the back of the stadium, like,
it's one of the most incredible things I've ever seen.
and singing well.
Yeah.
I do feel a little bit of a nostalgia for who Pink used to be.
Okay.
When she accepted, I think it was it a GLAAD award when she was like, I'm gay, and everyone's roaring applause. No, I'm not. First off, same. First off, me too. One time in 8th grade, I said, just kidding, actually. Oh, never mind. But, like, she used to just be so, I guess maybe this is just an extension or an older version of being so out of pocket.
Yeah.
And,
Yeah.
like, it's just in a different way, and it's, like, 10 feet off the ground. You know, so it's a little different.
But her being 10 feet off the ground is her being out of pocket.
Yeah.
Totally.
Swinging from the roof. But yeah, and for some reason that made me kind of like lock in.
Yeah.
Let me get
Love.
out of theater camp and into
The
Pink.
streets.
The streets. Let me start showing
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
in 8th grade, walking out of theater camp, running down Cheviot Hills with my pussy out.
Oh my God.
My parents gonna love this. Yeah, I'm so. I love to say things with my chest. It's so fun.
Yes.
You have to. I feel like
Yeah.
Pink would do the same. Pink,
I'm honoring her.
Pink like was one of those girls too. Like she had a reputation for like going there, and I'll never forget like the back and forth between Pink and Christina Aguilera on their Watch What Happens lives, like about who swung on who in a club. Like there was some physical altercation between Christina Aguilera and Pink at some time, and then like Pink said, "Oh, Christina swung on me." And Christina was like, why would I swing on her? She could kick my ass. Like, I would never do that. But, like, know that neither of them denied that
so
there were
bad.
hands
Hands were thrown.
between Pink and Christina at a
See,
club.
Wow.
This is the old like pop girl beef that we need to. Now it's all in the business aspect of it.
Yeah.
And like we needed to be back. We need to go back to like fights. A fight broke out at the club. And the last moment of this was like Cardi and Nicki, I guess.
Yeah, but the
Yeah.
thing is,
Yeah.
like, it's tough, though, because, like, yes, I would agree. The like litigious nature of it all is like
Is a
so much
little-
uglier and weirder
Yeah.
and darker
And sadder. Yeah.
It's
yeah.
We're
sad.
losing recipes. We're losing recipes.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah. But then I don't want the girls physically fighting.
No, I know, but
I
it just,
do. I think that's fine. I think more girls should hit each other.
You think
Come
Sabrina
on.
and Olivia should have like a tiny
blowout?
girl skinny
A row?
war?
Well, those are children. Yeah, if you're under like 5'2", you can't be like throwing hands. Like that's,
Chappell Roan will beat someone's ass.
Totally.
Yeah.
probably
Like,
already has.
I
Theater
see that
kids
in her
fight,
future.
actually. That's the whole, yeah.
100%. They
Yeah.
fight, they fuck,
No,
Yeah.
theater kids be fucking.
because
For
they
sure.
free.
Because they free.
Wait, no, but the thing about Chappell that you guys were talking about on your podcast, because you guys had like a real dialogue about Chappell Roan and the like response to everything.
Yeah.
Apparently, like, so our friend Dave Mazzoni was on the carpet at the VMAs working for Logo, and apparently Chappell hits the carpet, and everyone is just like screaming at her because now the photographers know if they fuck with her, she might like
might pop
snap
up.
back.
Yeah.
So the weird thing about it is like she's low key matching their energy.
Yeah.
And he said that she like sprinted over to them at Logo and then was just like so nice to them. She's like, I just want to talk to you guys, like, because you guys aren't fucking screaming at me. Because he was saying that being there watching it, it's very clear that like they are fucking with her.
Yeah,
like that's
so
the thing.
sad.
That's
Yeah.
really shitty.
That you could like see it happen. Like there's a clip of her being like, no.
Like she tells the guy to shut the fuck up.
She goes
With
like,
that
shut the
long
fuck
nail.
up.
That was us earlier.
Yeah.
With
But he said it was wild to be there and like watch it. And he was like, oh no, she's like giving it back to them in the way that she gets it.
Worst case scenario, she like ends up being, speaking of Fiona Apple, she ends up being like a Fiona Apple kind of person, or a D'Angelo who's like, I'm gonna lock myself in a house for the next decade and not put out music. Like it's like that's what would be the biggest, not the biggest loss, but it would just be like a sad situation that like she would not feel like.
It's like what Adele does. Adele literally being like, you will not see me.
Yeah,
Period.
I will not be found.
Yeah.
Adele, like, get lost. Like, she really, like, went away.
Yeah,
for-
such a Taurus.
Yeah.
Oh, love. Yeah. Like,
Is that what Tauruses do?
yeah,
that what you do?
They're like,
No.
But you're Taurus.
Did you see that? Is that what Tauruses do?
yeah, because didn't you just have a brat lifestyle? I just for the record, I don't know what that was. Most Tauruses, yeah, but I moved different. That's
You move
I
different.
moved different.
A little different.
Yeah.
What is pink astrologically?
Can we find out?
Aries maybe would be my guess.
Like astrological stuff. Oh, Aries.
Are you one of those people that can guess?
I'm a lesbian.
Guess,
So no.
Guess
Yeah.
for me. Guess for me.
Do you want to be guessing? Or?
Oh, no, for pink. No,
pink,
like,
yeah, pink. I'm curious.
It's September 8th, so isn't that
Virgo?
Virgo. Oh yes,
Ooh.
she's a Virgo.
I believe that for her.
Virgo.
She has to communicate with so many people that have to get her into the sky.
Yeah, she has to be
She's
perfect.
like, just like my
That's
body needs
so
to
many
survive
females.
this launch.
She's
from
like,
the
let's
cannon.
make sure.
Yeah.
Because then did you see that one clip of them getting it wrong? And she was like, no. And she hit like
And
a
she goes,
speaker.
Oh my god, no! Oh my god, please.
I will.
That performance of the note.
Wait,
I
that-
felt
No. Yeah, you felt
She
it.
literally
You
goes,
saw
no.
it.
And she hits, she like went, her whole side of her body slammed into like.
Is it giving? And it starts right now. Is it giving that? Do you know what I'm talking about?
What is that?
It's the guy on like the jetpack, the water jetpack. He's like on the news, and he's like, and it starts right now, and then he dives into the water.
I love any video of someone where something suddenly puts them in motion. Like, you ever watch a video of like a reporter on like a free fall ride? This is so stupid. But like years ago, I'll never forget, it was Rosie O'Donnell. Rosie O'Donnell took the cast of the Drew Carey show, I swear to God, to California Adventure when it had just opened.
Oh my
And
god.
they had this ride that was like a free fall drop tower ride that they've since taken down. It's no longer there. But it's just Rosie O'Donnell and the woman from the Drew Carey show. I don't remember her name.
Mimi.
No, not Mimi, the other one.
Oh, the one who was. Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
But they were like literally having a conversation. They're like, where are you from? I'm from Long Island. Oh my God, I have cousins from Long Island. No, seriously, where are they? And then they just shoot into the sky. And Rosie O'Donnell is like, ah! Ah! And I'm like, see, this more television like
More
this.
TV like that.
Why is there
Make
something
people
so
flying
funny about that?
projectiles
funny.
quickly more.
Do you
So
know
funny.
the two girls that like the one that they get launched and she keeps passing
Yes,
out?
yes.
Nothing like that. Put it into my veins.
I love
so
videos
good.
of people
Oh.
on roller coasters when they don't want to be there. I love it.
It's really beautiful.
It's
One of
so
my favorite
good.
experiences is like going to a theme park and being like, I'm kind of scared. And then everyone's like, Peyton. And I'm like, no, I'm scared. And they're like, Peyton. I'm like, okay. Even though I'm kind of like fine about it.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
yeah.
just like actually just want people to be like,
You want the drama.
yeah, I want like a little like lead up to the moment. So that's something about me. If you're wondering.
Guess my sign, and the one you were gonna say is not it.
Oh, you saw my mouth start to.
You said you were starting to say Capricorn.
I was.
Wow.
I was thinking Earth, but now I'm thinking.
he's a crier. If that
Well,
helps.
you're gonna give it away.
Oh,
Oh.
sorry.
Okay, Cancer feels too on the nose for that. Then maybe Pisces.
I'm
Oh.
a Pisces, rising Pisces, Cancer moon. It's serious.
Oh my god.
Oh my
Yeah, I know.
goodness.
People look at my chart. People that are in the know look at my chart and they apologize to me.
Yeah,
Wow.
For sure.
Yeah.
It's like every feeling that's ever been felt, you've had it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
That
In,
sounds like a
in
prison.
any given moment.
Yeah. Like right now, you just start weeping.
Oh, no, it could happen.
Yeah.
I've actually been really emotional lately.
That's great.
Yeah. I think it's good.
The first real tears I've cried in a long time was Hunter saying Shamika said she.
Yeah. That was pretty legendary.
That was really good.
That needs to be a TikTok. That needs to be a reel or whatever.
Or whatever.
Or whatever.
Something 9 by 16. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just cut it vertical. We'll find it.
Whatever. As long as it's vertical. Wow. Well, that's one of the, and that's also one of my favorite answers in a while.
Yeah.
The
Pink showed her
the pink showed her pussy
to her friends.
Well, what if
Where did you hear about that? Like on a
theater camp.
VH1's Driven?
Theater camp.
Oh, a theater
From the girls. Yeah.
From the girls. The girls
The
were sort
lore.
of sitting around lore.
And was there an
Yeah.
implied like break away from theater camp once you found this information? Like you never went back?
Well, I hated those girls also. I was kind of like, but I was thankful for the information. And sometimes
Sure.
you get the information from the people you hate, and that's like
Totally. Was this the only time going to theater camp, or did you go regularly as growing up?
I frequented,
You frequented.
Mhm.
but I actually was only ever really in theater because I was
Danced.
dancing. Yeah.
Got it.
So I was just kind of a 5, 6, 7, 8 girl.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
So like dancers are the perfect vibe of like, you're not a theater kid necessarily. You just love to like hang out and like move, and you love music. You're like the vibe with the dancer is so ideal because you're not like, I don't know, competitively like rattling off like musical theater facts. That's my one thing with theater kiddom is that I'm like, okay, like we don't have to be like encyclopedias at each other.
Yeah.
That's my only thing.
But you were theater.
Kind of,
Kid?
but like the thing that like put me off of being a theater kid was like, it was just this constant like one-upmanship about like who did it more and
Yeah.
who
Yeah.
knew more
Yeah.
and like all this stuff that I'm like, I hate that.
I like being proximate to theater
Yes.
kids, and I like being able to talk shit about a community that I'm tangentially a part of.
Yes.
Yes.
Like that feels like a kind of, I don't know, does that make me what's it? A minority? Is what I
No.
was about to say.
Yeah.
Not being black or being gay, but being
Being
a dancer.
dancer.
A dancer in a theater community.
kind of stuff. Oh,
A minority.
So I'm coming out as being a minority. actually.
Totally.
So if
Totally.
you boil it down to theater kid, you can boil it down to what?
What, like my vibe?
Yeah, back then.
Oh, like back then it was like, I'm sorry to say, improv kid. Like,
Improv
This was
kid.
like this, like
Oh.
theater was just a means to like get into like the improv
Yeah.
group. And circle.
Sports kid,
Yeah.
You were a sports
Sports
kid?
kid. What sport?
sports?
hardcore cross country and track, and then before that baseball and soccer and basketball. Like always a 3-sport athlete because I had a coach dad.
Oh.
So that will sort of dictate what your activities are, especially like growing up on Long Island.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Distance running. Wow.
I had a
The worst.
436 mile when I was in high school.
Wow.
Crazy.
Oh my goodness.
That's good.
I was that
Bitch.
dedicated girl who
Uh-huh.
was like not cool about it. In fact, at the straight wedding, I was just that last week. The guy who was I was number 1 on my cross country team, and then number 2 was there, and he was like, we were like jamming out, and I remember I was such like in high school, I was so like, why are you smoking weed? And then because I remember at the time way back in high school, he was like, he's like I don't know why you're like this. You know what's gonna happen? You're gonna become the biggest stoner out of all of us. and then
And then you finish
now,
that pint of Jerry.
cut to now, Bowen Yang says you finished the whole thing.
No.
But how would you boil your identity down back then?
I was writer girl.
Writer girl.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh my
Academic.
gosh. No. I was no.
Not the other courses.
I was
yeah.
just a writer. I went to Italy when I was in 3rd grade, and I came back and said, I'm going to make a newspaper for our class so I can tell everyone about my trip. And educate them all.
It's
Yes.
alarming you weren't bullied. I'm like, oh, this bitch just went, Mr. Worldwide over here went to Italy and she wants to come and tell us in Oklahoma about it. I'd be so pissed. I'd be like, are you joking?
No, I was every year I wrote something. I was always a writer.
Was newspaper like the first thing of many? Like, were you Tumblr girl?
I was a Tumblr girl.
Okay.
I wanted to be a novelist when I was like younger. I would like fake write books all the time, and then I eventually fake wrote screenplays because I wanted to write a screenplay for Daniel Radcliffe and I to fall in
Oh
love.
my
Oh,
god.
that's sweet.
Thank you. And then then I wrote it for the high school paper to meet boys.
Yeah.
And then,
Yeah. To meet boys?
Me boys.
mhm.
Because were there a
So
lot
I
of
would interview them.
Oh.
Slut. Oh my That's slutty.
So you would be like,
That's
I'm
really
doing a
slutty.
big piece for the school paper. Can I interview you?
Absolutely. I did a whole thing on the football team.
with
Did
each,
it-
with each member.
That was part of it. I had to interview them all.
And it
Did you
worked?
pull trade?
I'm not gonna say.
Oh,
What are you talking about?
it's high school.
You can't pull back the curtain on whether or not your grand plan worked in high school.
It did work. It did work.
There you go. Great.
There you
Perfect.
go.
And then and then it comes full circle because then I wrote for the college paper where I brought her in.
Oh,
That was
Yeah.
our first time working together.
Yeah, first collab.
Yeah.
If you will.
Our first collab was
she
not
like,
that.
we needed a. I know it was being
The
the only
plan
black
B.
people at Emerson
Oh,
College.
yeah.
That was our first collab. Yeah, but
What was
Beautiful.
Emerson like?
It's supposed to be a fun school.
Not. I know you don't want to talk about college.
yourself. It's
You
supposed to
know,
be fun.
I toured Emerson, and their number one thing they kept saying was Jay Leno went here. They couldn't stop talking about it.
Well, they love to brag about the comedians for sure.
They do.
Yeah,
they do.
yeah.
I
I
mean-
mean, it was either Jay Leno. They'd always talk about Jennifer Coolidge too.
Yeah,
Oh,
And the
sure.
she
show
got play.
and the gay show. That's
Friends.
No,
not
the
that
other
The
one.
gay show
The gay-
Friends.
What's the
Phoebe said she had
Will and
potential.
Will and Grace
Will and
was
Grace.
Oh, Will and
filmed-
Grace.
started there, filmed there, something.
Oh
there.
yeah,
But
was
yeah,
it the
something.
director or something went there?
I think so.
Something.
One of the sets was in our.
Something like that.
Like-
An
library.
alumni office worker is like digging their heels,
Yeah,
digging
like,
their
that's not true.
nails in.
Right, totally.
Wait, okay,
totally.
so not what was college in Emerson like, but did you enjoy Boston, or were you like, fuck?
I'm a celebrity. Get me out of there.
Yeah,
I don't-
yeah.
ugh.
I don't think anyone enjoys Boston.
I love
I
Boston.
kind of like
I
it.
go there. I go there to tour, and they're some of my best audiences.
So you love Boston but hate Ben Affleck. I just want to make sure I have that correct.
First of all, I didn't say I hate Ben Affleck. I said I have Ben Affleck's number. I don't
Right,
hate Ben
so
Affleck.
that's like an easy. Wait, hold on. Yeah, there.
No, I get.
I'm so sorry to
I
mishear
feel
that.
I feel like I understand Ben Affleck's deal. I don't hate Ben Affleck. I have empathy for Ben Affleck. I don't think he should be dating these emotionally like deck of cards esque women because I think he should. I think he should know himself the way I feel I know him,
Oh.
and then he wouldn't
Heard.
hurt so many women.
I need a safe space for emotionally deck of cards women.
Emotionally
I love
deck
that.
of
Yeah,
Thanks,
I
Rob.
identify actually
Thank you.
as
Yeah,
that.
yeah,
Yeah.
No,
It feels
that's-
like right.
I told you all about my
Now I
astro.
understand that you are water sign coded.
Yeah.
That felt actually really true to the soul. Well, the thing is, I feel like every sign people just say, "Oh, Leo's love, but Leo men. Virgo's love, but Virgo men." No, it's so there's a common denominator.
Men.
Right.
men.
So that's where I kind of say, okay, so
Men
it's
are
men.
trash.
Right. Like you guys had that astrologer Issa.
Issa, yeah.
Yes, Issa on, and she was like, "Oh, it's astrology's pattern recognition," but it's like, well, the ultimate pattern recognition is gendered. It's like
Yeah.
Right.
men act a certain way and women act a certain way. I'm like bastardizing the whole like concept, but it's
No,
like,
but I think that is what happens.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
just
yeah.
like, but of course, Capricorn man.
right.
Yeah.
Right.
Like everyone does it with every sign. So then let's like stop bullshitting each other and just say what it is.
Sure.
Men
Yeah,
Sure.
which
are
is
the
that
problem.
men are
Sure.
tough. The thing that like I was reading about Aquarius men in the wake of something, and it's like, well, they'll often just like they march to the beat of their own drummer. And like, they'll do whatever. I'm like,
Think
that's
outside
like
the
a
box.
that's like a funny, interesting way of saying they'll do whatever it is the fuck they want to do.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah. Well, it's
It's
just like
like
the
they're
way they want to
offbeat,
terrorize
they're
you. is
They're
different.
offbeat. Yeah. Like,
Yeah.
like
the terror is just different by the sign, though, but it's still like terrorizing.
Yeah.
the person on the
Yes.
receiving end.
they zig when you're supposed to zag.
Yeah. A Capricorn man is like, oh, he's gonna tell you like why he hates you. Like
Yeah,
a Capricorn man will do
yeah.
that for
He's
sure.
gonna
they will.
abuse you emotionally.
Yeah.
For
Yeah.
sure. Hunter, current feelings about Daniel Radcliffe? Like, is it still like, do you still hold the torch?
No.
Yeah. Okay, that's
no.
good. That's healthy.
No, I can't do the Harry Potter thing.
Yeah.
It's
No,
like,
But I
Um,
feel like he's past that now. Like
no,
you're not
no,
thinking about him.
I think he's past Harry Potter, but I'm just saying in general, it's just like it reminds me too much of like that era.
It's nice when you like grow up and are like, I don't know why I was in love with X celebrity or Y celebrity or any person really.
Yeah.
I used to have a crush on Rupert Grint.
Me too.
Oh wow.
And it's so crazy because when you're reading the books, you don't have a crush on Ron. You know what I
No.
mean?
Yeah.
You're never creating a Ron in your head that's
Yeah.
hot. And then for some reason that Grint.
Mm-hmm.
But honestly, it was like really Malfoy at the end of the day.
Yeah. Unfortunately.
Really Malfoy down. In this
Yeah.
Malfoy's
It was
dad.
really what's his name? The guy from How to Get
Malfoy's
Away with Murder.
dad.
Oh my God.
Oh, you're
Lucius.
talking
about,
Lucius.
is his name Alfred something?
Yes.
Yeah.
Alfred Enoch.
Alfred Enoch.
Enoch.
Yes,
Yeah.
he was the lead of How to Get Away with Murder, and
Yes,
then spoiler
yes,
alert
yes.
dies at the end of the first season.
Right.
Why did I
Oh.
spoil? Were you upset?
That
Oh.
can't be a spoiler.
Can't be a
No.
spoiler.
Not in this year.
If you get your nails
2024.
done, you know what happens at the end of that movie. I mean, it's like
Yeah,
it
yeah,
plays
yeah.
out- it's playing at every nail salon. I feel.
Yeah,
like.
yeah.
Your nails done.
Wait, How to Get Away with Murder is playing at every nail salon?
I feel like it was playing at one I just went to the other day.
They were just playing How to Get
I was
Away
like,
with
this
Murder.
again. Yeah.
Oh my god.
I'll never forget the pilot of that show when she turned around from that chalkboard and said, "How to Get Away with Murder," and I was like, "This is what you chose to do," and I'm so thrilled about
Thank
it.
God.
Thank
With
you,
all
Iowa.
your power, you said, "I want to do this."
Yeah.
How long was she at that show?
A long
Really?
time. Didn't it go for like 6 seasons?
Yeah,
I
I,
only
think
watched
so.
first.
But she was with it the whole time.
Yeah,
Good for her.
yeah.
Mm.
She just respects the work.
Yeah.
No matter where it comes from.
She.
And no matter what it is.
No matter
Yeah.
what it is. Period.
Sometimes I will be floored when I realize like someone is doing some. I'm like, wow, they really wanted to work.
Sure. But sometimes I am floored by like what people love and are obsessed with. Like the fact that J-Lo threw a Bridgerton party is crazy to me.
But
It's
also,
not
but
because
also
she's,
I think that
she's
that
America's
is-
most famous
Yeah.
basic
I guess
woman.
so.
That to me,
Yeah.
that was the big takeaway from.
She's America's most famous basic woman.
Don't talk to me about Taylor Swift.
Okay.
No, that you're gonna lose.
Here's what I think.
Yeah.
I think that J Lo cosplays as someone that's not as basic as she is, and then but then why is everything cream?
Oh my god.
and her
Why-
affinity for hats.
Why is
Oh,
everything
he's
cream?
studied, loves the fedora.
What's with all the hats? What's with the getting married to Mark Anthony?
Uh-huh.
That's basic.
He's
You know-
Light FM, the man. You keep pushing me.
I'm
out.
sorry.
My girl is turning me
I'm so sorry. I'm just
I didn't notice you slowed down.
I thought I was just really
being
getting
turned
it. I was like,
yeah. I thought you were just kind of getting moved for a moment.
I'm leaning in. Wait, you guys were saying Sabrina Carpenter makes music for straight women. I think J-Lo makes music for straight women.
Oh,
J-Lo
absolutely.
makes music for. Did you listen to
Yeah,
that?
I was like, for who?
Sorry,
I will say-
I listened and I did like 2 songs, but
Uh-huh.
They're not-
No, that album was really bad.
there was one song that I liked.
Which
This
one?
time around.
Can you
This
sing?
Okay,
time
great.
around. I'm not gonna do it justice. Okay.
Okay, fair. But maybe I need to give it one more
This
spin.
is me
No.
now. That
Yeah.
one at least had something because it was like something you could latch onto. But like, yeah, I just felt like remember when she released On the Floor? Like that was good.
Things were different.
Yeah.
Things were different.
Things were
They were.
different.
Well, I'll never forget when this is actually way before you were on SNL.
I love you, Poppy.
This is so random, but my best friend from high school, Kenny, and we would dream about one day going to Saturday Night Live. Like, and we found out that the way you get tickets is you have to send in for the lottery during the month of August, and they'll give you a random date, like 2 tickets, and you can either take that date or you don't go. Like, you don't get to pick. It's like a really intense. Like, it's really, really, really rare that you get it. We got it. Like randomly.
Your first lottery?
Like we did it. Like we would do it every year, and then
Okay.
Kenny won it one year.
Wow.
And it was host and musical guest J-Lo.
Wow.
Was this during the I
Oh.
Love You Poppy era?
This was okay. So she was releasing an album called Love ?
Yes.
And- but
this
do
was
you-
on the floor. This was the on the floor
But
era.
this was before they put the dance stuff on it. So she did 2 ballads called Starting Over and Until It Beats No More. I'm telling you,
She's obsessed
she
with hearts.
sang
I
Woman's
know.
obsessed with hearts.
She
She's
sang
always going
2
through it.
ballads. There was an acoustic guitar on stage next to her, and I'm telling you, this footage is out there.
You got got. You
And
got
I remember turning to Kenny and being like, I thought she was pretty good, and he was like, I mean, yeah, she was good, and I was
So
like,
Kenny
yeah.
didn't like it.
No, and that's what I'm saying is just like,
Who does
but
she
I,
make-
but I will say it was at that period of time where and Kenny is a straight man, so there was definitely the energy of that ass though. You know what I mean? Like
Sure,
it doesn't.
sure,
It
sure.
definitely doesn't lie, and
I
it's an absolute treasure.
Yeah.
But her sketch comedy was pretty good.
No, she's a really good host.
But it was weird because all of a sudden after that, like I was like, oh, On the Floor came out, and I was like, this is a pivot.
uh-huh.
The music was not they did not want what would ultimately be the type of genre she did on This Is Me Now.
right.
She has wanted to do that for a
Yeah,
long
yeah.
time. Like I
Yeah.
think she's wanted to give like this is music that I really feel from my heart and my emotions. And
Okay, Joanne. Wait, I like don't like when artists do what they want to be doing. Like I'm actually like
You said
give
get
us-
into the sweatshop and make it.
Get into the heart factory and get to work. bitch. Like that's not what we want from you.
And yet you like Chappell Roan and you really defend her.
Okay, but I think she's giving us what we want though.
And what she
I
wants to
don't
do.
think so. Yeah,
so
I think it just happens to be the same thing. It happens to be the same thing.
Okay, yeah. Okay.
So happy medium for her. But
Yeah.
J-Lo,
You guys
ballads.
were
Go
making,
steal from Ashanti again.
You guys were making great points about like how Chappell Roan sings with her chest. She doesn't just say what she feels with her chest, but she also sings with her chest. And it
Thanks.
has been nice. It has been
Yeah.
nice to
Yeah.
have someone really coming out here and giving the full belt.
A belt.
Yeah.
I do think the musical moment of the year is the end of the Good Luck Babe Bridge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It
Totally.
is the musical event of the year.
Period.
Hmm.
One more thing about JLo though is that I do think she has this like pincushion quality to her where it's like we all want to like get in there and like no one will let her like do the things she wants to do and people like pick on her in this way like in the way that we might even be doing now and it's totally fine. I just think like even like the Io moment on the podcast on like Io talking about JLo in that way
Mhm.
and then having it like kind of rear its head again when they were like sharing a space at SNL. It's like there is a quality about JLo that we were like we kind of love to not make fun of her. We love to like pick it apart.
She works so hard
She works so
to be
hard.
as famous as she is.
Yeah,
and,
yeah.
and you have to remember, like,
That's
just-
okay. It's okay for someone to sweat like that.
Right. But what I'm saying is, if you're gonna be out here sweating like that, you're gonna have commentary on you.
Totally.
And then to be like arms folded, well, I didn't like that comment. When you you are so gifted, so talented, whatever, but you're also like so you work so hard for people to talk about you
Yes,
like this,
yes.
then you can't be irritated
Sure,
when
sure.
people talk about you like
Yeah.
this.
Totally.
I think that's true, but I mean that being said, I think the Io thing was such a specific moment of like JLo actually reacting, and what I felt was a cruel way. But like usually she does take it. Like usually
Yeah.
she's
Yeah.
not super reactive.
Sure.
But I think in this one instance,
Did she
was, like-
react?
I think she gave an interview where she was like,
Oh.
"Well, people said everyone says stuff when they're 20 or." It was something that I just felt like was very disingenuous because like JLo, when you were 20, you were saying the N word in music.
We all listen.
Like-
we remember
Yeah.
the song
Let's be
play.
serious.
I also
Totally.
think it's fine to make fun of hot people. Like that's what they're there for. Like, oh, you can't take it. You look at your abs
You can take
at
it.
50, whatever. Look at your ass at 50. You can take it.
You can
Okay,
take
you've
it.
got that.
Yeah.
I would be like, if that was me, I'd be like, fuck him. Anyway.
Yeah.
whatever.
And
Like,
JLo
I
wants
got
to be
this.
talked about.
Yeah,
I
that's what I'm
think.
saying.
Yeah.
Like, she is, I think she like wants to be a singer, but she is ultimately like a superstar. Like she's
A
so good at
huge
being
celebrity.
famous.
Yeah.
She's so like Bridgerton birthday. Come on, be serious.
Yeah,
She's
yeah,
totally.
so funny. She's the Kamala Harris of
Pop girls?
the pop girls. She's naturally a comedian.
That's huge.
You know
Wow,
what? You know what
yeah.
we've lost, which is actually I think the best Kamala meme ever. Can someone turn that up?
Which is one of the classics.
Can someone turn that up? Is I think my favorite thing we have Kamala.
Did she
for.
say those words in that moment?
I don't know. I don't know where it came from.
Yeah.
Someone. I just like the
The thing-
still.
I like not knowing any of them in context. I don't want the context for any
Totally.
of them. I just like them as standalone.
Wait, what's your favorite Kamala meme? Don't choose mine.
I
No,
have
well-
a new favorite, which it's not that it's recent. Sorry, not to cut into your
No.
answer.
Wait, well, what's yours?
Yeah, what's
I
yours?
actually- Now
Okay,
that
so
I-
there's some teachings that need to
Oh,
happen.
yeah.
So there's some
Yes,
learnings
yes.
that
There's
need
some
to
teachings
happen.
that need
Hunter
to
does say
happen.
that to me every week.
Yeah.
It's a way
really
she
good.
just moves
Some
her. She's like,
Some
Yeah,
teachings.
listen,
it's a
children
physical
are left
thing.
behind that day.
Yeah.
Okay,
Right.
wait. Randomly new favorite. It was not gonna be the one I was originally gonna say, but the wheels on the bus go round and round.
Yes, yes,
off
yes.
Tune and like skipping and hopping
Yep.
was. I was like, oh, she is on some good SSRI. I was like,
yes,
oh my
yes,
God, she's
yes,
taking
yes.
it. That I want to be soft brain like that. Like that's how
Totally.
I want to live my life.
It's just operating quality. What about you?
I mean, I think can someone turn that up?
Can somebody-
But in terms of what she has said,
I
I do love Unburdened.
Unburdened is
I love
is great.
Unburdened by what has been.
The physicality to that one
Yeah.
too is also really good.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
And
Constant.
I just love anyone that repeats something a million times. Like I
Gaga.
recently did watch the There Can Be 100 People in a Room
It's
super
so
cut.
good.
It's performance art.
It's one of our
Mhm.
best moments in press ever.
What is your favorite Kamala meme?
It can be subbed out for something else, but it's I love good news.
I
just
love
love
good
good news.
Yes,
And
And
that's
she
also-
does it for I love Gen Z.
I love Gen Z.
I just love
I love
Gen Z.
Gen Z. I love Gen Z. Let's see.
So there you go.
President.
Let's president turn that out.
President the house down.
Let's move on to I Don't Think So, Honey.
Is it time?
It's time.
Woo!
This is our
Okay.
segment where we take 1 minute to rally on something in culture. Matt and I will go first. Matt, do you have something? I have something. It might not totally land, which is not unusual for me, but I have something.
Why don't you go first then? Because
Okay.
I'm actually struggling to
Great.
to
Okay, great.
solidify.
Great.
Okay, so this is gonna be Bowen Yang's I Don't Think
Mm-hmm.
So, Honey on this episode, and his time starts now.
I don't think so, honey. Hovering or just like pacing around, like
Oh.
stay the fuck put. I was on a plane. The people who hover by the bathroom, you need to stop. You need to plant your feet, feel your feet, stay in one place. I just knocked my mic down. What is this thing with hovering? I need you to be still. Do you know? Am I making any sense?
I think you said it with
Sometimes
your chest.
I'm sitting next to my good sister, my friend, and he paces every now and then.
Oh my
And I
God.
think we all need to. And this is not. I'm not targeting you. I'm saying there's a thing happening in the culture right now where people love to hover around folks or around a door or just are not being spatially considerate. And hovering is usually not convenient for anyone else but you. Why are you
15
hovering?
seconds.
Sit down, plant your feet, feel the weight of your body on the surface that you're making contact with. I don't think so. When you're hovering, you are
Natasha
not
Bedingfield over
a
here.
saucer,
5 seconds.
a UFO. You do not get. You are not levitating. You must plant your feet firmly where you stand.
That's 1 minute. Don't ever tell me how to move. If you ever tell me how to move again,
Her body, her choice. Okay. leave
No,
her alone.
no.
I'm definitely a pacer. I'm
You're a
definitely
pacer, and I understand pacing, but there's a difference between pacing and hovering. Like this whole like airplane
The
door
plane
situation,
thing,
the
the
plane
plane
door
thing.
thing. I'm
Oh,
like,
that's crazy.
stop.
Yeah.
Stand there and wait.
So
Well, I-
you're in row like 38, being like immediately up. Like, oh, you
Yeah,
got
yeah.
this 10 minutes.
No, come on.
Come on.
Okay, wait. Now I have my I Don't Think So.
Okay,
Honey.
this is Matt
good.
Rogers. I don't think so. His time starts now.
I don't think so, honey. The words "feel free to roam about the cabin." First of all, feel free to roam about the cabin. How about everyone just sits in their seat for the what? Even if it's a long flight, it's not long enough where you need to get up and roam about the cabin. The word roam? Excuse me, no. If you want to stretch your legs, it's one thing. You want to get up and stretch and walk around to make sure your body parts don't fall asleep, that's one thing. Feel free to roam about the cabin. I'm here too. And then it's going to become a thing where you're standing over me.
30
and
seconds.
I can't tell you where. Because then what you've done is you've given them the freedom to roam. They can feel free. And they can feel free to roam right above me. And then it becomes a Bowen Yang situation where he's like, why are you standing over me? Why are you
15
standing by the
seconds.
bathroom? Because guess where they're going to roam? Where there's room around the bathroom. Guess who maybe needs to go to the bathroom? Everyone else, normal people who don't roam about the cabin. And trust me, I'm
5
someone
seconds.
who gets restless leg. I have ADHD, self-diagnosed. I have to get up and roam too, but not about the cabin on the plane. I don't think so.
And
honey.
that's 1 minute. Thank you.
As someone with self-diagnosed ADHD,
Representation
I
is so important.
understand that you have to get up and move,
Yes.
but not around the cabin.
no.
Wait, that's like so good. That's like one of those things you really never think about, but there are roamers.
There's roamers.
People love to roam about the cabin.
And they're always being nosy. They're always trying to see what you're looking at, trying to see
Ew.
what you're watching, trying to see what you're doing.
Yeah.
Can I
Or
also
worse,
say-
stretching. I've seen stretching and I've witnessed it and I hate it.
We can't
Full on
get
stretching.
Full
on the same page about how you behave in an airplane. Because I'll also tell you this: what really bothers me is when the plane is landing, and you're in an aisle seat, and they won't pull up the window. The person in the window seat won't pull up the window,
Oh.
so you can't see when it lands. Because the moment of a plane landing can be so jarring.
No, but and you would rather get a visual on.
When the plane
How
is
close you
landing,
are.
the windows are up. We all need to see.
Do we need to have?
Oh my God, you don't agree?
No, I'm not. I do agree. I think there should be like a class in the 3rd grade for all children across the world
Airplane etiquette.
about how to behave on an airplane.
I think
Well,
that's
there
very
should be-
true.
yeah, there should be
That being
practice.
said, I think if it's a dark flight, an early flight, it's dark outside, the
Mhm.
shades need to be closed.
Yeah, that's fine.
The shades need to be closed.
Okay, yes,
listen,
If people are trying to
I'm
sleep, the shades need to be
reasonable.
closed.
I'm reasonable. I'm a reasonable person. But what I'm saying is, when we're all gonna land, why wouldn't you want everyone around you to have an awareness of when a large sound and movement is gonna happen? I don't want someone to, be next to me, unaware that we're landing, and then when we feel the jostle, do something crazy.
Mm-hmm.
I guess it's never subtle when you land. Like it always is like a shake. Like it's never smooth.
Sometimes,
No.
I mean, I've been on some flights where it lands and you're like, that can't have been right.
That's so often, actually.
Have you ever felt
Often.
Have you ever like really felt one wheel hit the ground and then the other wheel hit the ground?
Were you on Spirit? Oh my God.
I do think
Heavens,
the European
no.
Airlines, they'll make you open the shades before you land.
Yes.
And I
Every
appreciate
European airline will
it.
do that.
I appreciate it.
Yeah.
Delta doesn't make you do that. Delta's very like choose your own
It's
adventure.
very feel free.
Yeah.
Very
Yeah.
feel
Feel
free to roam
free.
about the cabin. I'm telling you, these words are harmful and we're gonna regret them.
Okay.
Because someone's gonna feel too free.
Yeah. I think we've all felt too free.
People already feel too free when they like walk around the cabin like barefoot.
Barefoot.
Yeah.
That's,
It's too much.
that's what I'm
Oh.
saying. A class.
But there should be classes
never
on
let it
how
go.
to like how to fly. Even just we
Yeah.
talk about this all the time. The sexiest thing someone can do is getting through security just seamlessly.
Sleek.
Oh.
Oof.
Wait, move.
Don't do it.
Okay.
Oh my
What?
god. Oh,
Wait,
there's
what?
something.
I'm
We are pressed for time. Someone
Yeah,
said.
we're-
That's
Wait, what happened? Did you guys get into it
you travel
stressfully
well?
at the airport?
No. We
Well,
have
I'll
this-
just say we're in different lines.
Oh my god.
Imagine that was like classes.
Well, this one's
Yeah.
global entry.
Well, yeah, that's. I mean,
Yeah.
that's
No,
good.
that's
even
what you
adult.
should be doing. I don't have it.
Don't.
No.
Excuse me.
There's
I'm-
a class war happening here, actually,
No,
right now.
no. Okay, Hunter, do you want to go first?
Sure.
Okay.
No, I want to hear yours. I want to hear yours.
Okay, yeah.
Okay.
Because you've done it before.
Peyton's done it before. Peyton's gonna
Okay.
is gonna bring us out. This is Peyton Dix's I Don't Think So, Honey. You ready?
Okay, I wanna
And
start.
her time starts now.
I don't think so, honey. Standing on business. I think we should sit, maybe lie down, maybe step on business and then immediately step off of it. I
Yes.
think we need more wishy-washy representation. I think you actually don't need to be 10 toes on anything. I think it's fine. It's a tall order. I think you'd be like 5 toes or 2 big toes if you want. Like, I think standing on business is actually, if you think about it, just an extension of capitalism.
Yeah.
So if you're like pro the man, you're a cog in the machine,
30
really.
seconds.
If you are pro standing on business, I think when you move like me, a professional, a woman with an open mind, a child of knowledge, if you will, I'm actually just, a Libra moon also, by the way. But I feel like if you are someone who is anti-standing on business, you are someone that's just eager to learn. You're actually
Yeah.
someone that's really, I don't want to be beholden to like a tweet from, no one should be beholden to a tweet from, high school or anything. I don't want to be beholden to a tweet
No.
from 10 minutes ago. That's not my business
5
anymore.
seconds.
Like, I think that we should just be able to say what we want and then immediately regret it or immediately take it back.
Yes.
No consequences.
And that's 1 minute. Absolutely yes.
Anti-accountability queen.
There was a roar of applause that just happened, by the way. It might get cut from the audio, but it did happen.
No, it did happen.
Yeah.
10 toes down is such a trap.
Silly.
You know what though? I have a question for you. So you're an advocate for saying things with your full chest, but also you're not an advocate. You're now, I don't think so, honey, standing on business. So what is the difference between standing on
I'm
business?
doing it right now. I'm being wishy-washy.
Wow, yes, okay.
No,
Great
I say
answer.
so many things on our podcast and I'm just like, that's how you feel? And I'm like, actually, no. I don't think so.
I actually iconically discovered a time that I did this and I actually couldn't believe it. With my full chest one time, probably about 2 years ago, I said, people should be calling Taylor Swift out for the private jet thing. Literally.
And then it came on
about-
this
probably
podcast.
6 months ago, I go, why are people pissed about her about the private jet thing? You don't want her showing up to the airport? You think Taylor is gonna show up to the airport? That would be inconvenient. But I literally said prior, like, no, that's not okay. And you should be able to hold people accountable if you love them. That's what a fan should do.
Yeah.
And then on the same podcast, the same human being said the opposite.
Hunter Harris.
Do we have time for mine?
Absolutely. What do you mean?
Okay. You said
Put the
Peyton
finger back
would close
up.
us out.
I said Hunter's going to close us out.
Oh, okay. I
Sorry.
take it back. I take it back.
Okay. This is Hunter
Wait,
Harris.
can you imagine if we were like, we can't?
We can't.
Well, I
No.
Well,
No,
we
no,
like
no,
the
no.
last one anyway.
I have the timer. I have the clock.
okay.
This is Hunter Harris's I Don't Think So, Honey, The Return.
I'm trying to get ready. I hope it's as good
The
as my
sequel.
Her time starts now.
Okay, I don't think so, honey. People who talk about college too much. I don't think so, honey. People who have school spirit as an adult. You are grown. We get it. You went to school. You got a piece of paper. You paid $200,000 for a piece of paper and to make your friends. Enough is enough. Enough with it.
Enough.
I don't want to see this school, that school. Stanford, the dumbest bitches I've ever met went to Stanford.
Yeah.
I swear to God.
Yeah.
Harvard, ugh. Take off your glasses. Enough. okay, so you want to go back to reunion? Okay, fine, enough. Okay, so you want to go wear a
30
hoodie
seconds.
or whatever, walk around Williamsburg. That's too much.
Yeah.
No one cares. We're all adults. We all go to Whole Foods or Trader Joe's. Those are the real colleges of adulthood.
Yeah.
What grocery
Sweet
store do you
Green
shop
University.
at? Chopped Academy. No,
Chopped Academy.
We are
That's the
grown
real
ups.
Bad
We don't
Bitch
need to have
Academy.
school spirit.
15
You
seconds.
gave money to somewhere, and now you are an adult, and we don't have to deal with it anymore. Enough is enough.
And
I
that's
don't
1
talk
minute.
about Emerson College because I'm not proud of it.
Oh, and that's 1 minute. Wow.
was-
Trader Joe's is the, what did you say? Is the college of adulthood?
Yeah, that's the choice that you make.
You know what's crazy is like you hear someone went to like some prestigious college and then you're like, oh well, they clearly didn't get any emotional intelligence out of it.
Wow.
You know what I mean? It's like the EQs are some of the lowest in the world from people that went to these really good colleges. Like,
Sure.
I could name some: Stanford, Harvard, Georgetown. Like, I mean, I could go down
I can
the
name them.
list.
Name
NYU, if you can't drag yourself.
Like, well, yes. Yeah.
No, period.
Wait, you said you can't drive yourself?
I said if you can't drag yourself.
Oh, drag
Because
yourself.
I'll
yeah,
stand
yeah.
New York University with my full chest. I'll stand 10
some of
toes
the
down at the
some
same
of the
time.
dumbest people in America.
100%.
In the world, really. It's an
Until
international
you say you
school.
went to Tisch and then you only have emotional intelligence.
Uh-huh.
That's all you got.
That's all-
And
that's all I want to
that's
refund.
not even a given.
No.
Some of these Tish kids, the EQ is bad.
You better lower your voice.
No. I've had to deal with you fucking Tish kids for my entire adult life.
You elected to deal with us again and again and again. You could have stayed in your College of Arts and Sciences.
Ooh.
I really could have. I'm missing.
So
I know.
I
that
was
was so
No,
sad.
no.
I'm sorry,
I'm
shrink
sorry.
it back.
Yeah, you're shrinking yourself.
I'm
Don't.
shrinking. Yes,
Yeah,
thank you.
don't do that.
Thank you. Emerson is like so funny though, because people have such school spirit about Emerson. But this is probably why you're talking about this. Is that like you know these people so well.
It's just too like why talk about college at all? It's
Totally.
What does the Bible say? We put away childish things. Enough.
Oh my god.
You know,
Okay, Hunter was popular in high school and it shows. She was like, we don't need to be talking about college. Actually, I love when people talk about high school though. I feel like you
Yeah.
can learn.
High school is
'cause
more
that-
informative.
Yeah,
It's like,
I think high school is
it
a
can
little
go
bit more.
too far though. Like for me, it's like, I don't know, college. Yeah, I get like prizing high school over college, but the high school thing is just like, there's only so many experiences you can talk about. Whereas like college affords, I guess, a lot of different experiences.
Sure. But talking about high school is interesting because the parameters are smaller and you
Yeah.
are more limited in your.
It's like
That's
I
what I
did
think.
this
I think-
extracurricular. I was this superlative.
But college feels too like they're too synonymous to me. A lot of colleges are pretty much the same, just different like
Totally.
branding names. Like high school feels a little bit more hyper specific to
Yes.
like what it
feels
looked
more
like, what you
coming
did.
of age
Yeah.
too. It's like when did you first drink? Like what was your first like party?
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
your parents getting mad at you. It becomes a whole story of like you're growing up.
Like
like
your
where you
sport
come
thing.
from too.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah.
Lore. That was something I would have never
Certainly
guessed.
lore. Yeah.
It's
Well,
lore.
I guess that is more interesting because you're way more different from the person you were in high school than you are now. So there's an element of surprise to whatever narrative.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Totally.
Yeah.
Totally.
But are we all on the same page though? And you're alluding to this anti-reunion. I don't understand reunions.
Not in this day and age.
No.
what am I
Have you ever
doing?
been to
No, I have
reunion?
no interest. High school or college. I don't know. Maybe you do with high school.
One of my good girlfriends from high school was our class president, and she doesn't give a fuck. She's the person that would be like
Yeah.
organizing.
that. But
Yeah.
literally, we do have so many weddings.
Yeah.
That it's like
that's fine.
And also
That's
with
true.
social media, it's like I the people that I would want to check on, I still follow. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
I don't need
Yeah.
to reunite.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
nosy, but
Yeah.
I don't need to meet
Right.
again.
But
I don't
that's
have
social
to hop on a
media.
plane literally
Yeah,
to
yeah.
go
Oh,
and
hop
see.
on a plane and then not for nothing, but get dressed to go up
No.
to see people from high school. Good luck managing the anxiety there. And then
Yeah.
actually having to not just be like, so what are you doing now? But continue a conversation after that.
But also iconic episode of the other two when he's on the way to the reunion and he's like singing along and it's like, oh, everyone is like talking about you because like you live in New York.
Right.
live in LA.
Yeah.
Like
Totally.
that's kind of that's like satisfying.
But that's
Yeah.
but yeah, it works for a TV episode.
Yeah.
I don't think it works for real life.
real
But then
life.
you're just there.
You're literally just there.
You are just there. And also like, I'm telling you, like every conversation would be longer than you need it to be.
Yeah.
Like I can barely get through conversations with people I like
Period.
and know well.
You're like, this has been insufferable.
This has
this
been
whole
terrible for
time.
me.
Oh my god.
That's why I hate hosting a podcast. I hate talking.
Disgusting.
Couldn't you tell? I despise this. I abhor it. I come here every day and I'm so upset.
my
What did I choose to
God.
do with my life? Well, I didn't choose it. Y'all chose it for me. You made this podcast successful. Fuck you. Why did you do this to me?
high IQ, high EQ,
High-
King
yeah.
Matt Rogers.
Not so.
And this was not insufferable. This was so fun.
And I would have paid for y'all's friendship.
I would have
in
paid for
college.
y'all's friendship in college.
Just like I paid $200,000 for to I could have a lesbian shake with my
Wait,
friend
let's do
right
like
here.
a bi shake. That's the best we can probably do.
That's
Why is that?
bi?
Why is so bi about
because
that?
because it's a lot of movement. Yours is like subtle and sweet.
Ours-
Yours is
ours is
loud,
like-
seeking attention. You know what I mean? That's what ours is doing. Yeah.
That's hovering culture.
We truly love your podcast.
Let me say this. It's on Wondery. You simply must listen.
Yeah.
It is truly the better version of this podcast.
and watch it on YouTube because we got to get those numbers up.
Come on.
We're all this
we're
face.
working, we're
I'm telling you, they
Yeah.
give you a
We're
good
working.
visual, and I'm looking at it, and I'm like, no, people need to be watching this.
We need to be
you,
watching.
you shading their numbers? Wow.
No, I'm shading the numbers because I'm like, why wouldn't you?
Growth mindset.
Why
Yeah,
wouldn't
I
you
like
feast
it.
the eyes?
Growth mindset, money mentality.
Archie
I love
Payne.
it. I love it.
Archie
Yeah.
Payne.
No, I am Tree Pain.
and I'm proud of you. And we end every episode with a song.
Do you want to know what song's in my head right now?
Sing it.
Because when I arrive, I bring the fire, make you come alive. I can take you higher and understand. For God, I just still remind you, let it rock, let it rock, let it rock. When that song came out, I was like, no song has ever gone harder than this. Who was that?
I have no idea.
I was like, wait, I have no idea the origins of this
But
song.
why
I
is it
know
like?
it.
And remember the beat? It was like this crunky beat. It was like really sick.
2009?
It was back then.
It was
yeah.
back then.
What?
Wow.
Yes,
What
I was a
song?
freshman. I was a
Sing it.
senior in high school.
Kevin Rudolph.
Kevin Rudolph.
Little Wayne.
Oh, your first lesbian
legend.
crush.
My first lesbian. Wow, you really?
We've been listening.
The lore.
We've been listening. We know the lore. Okay,
Yeah.
bye.
Las Culturistas is a production by Will Ferrell's Big Money Players and iHeartRadio podcasts.
Created and hosted by Matt Rogers and Bowen Yang. Executive produced by Anna Hosnier and Han Sani.
Produced by Becca Ramos. Edited and mixed by Doug Babe and Monique Laborde.
And our music is by Henry Kapersky. Hey everybody, it's me, Matt Rogers, letting you know tickets are on sale now to see me on tour. The Prince of Christmas tour, that is. I'm doing my whole album, Have You Heard of Christmas, plus a lot more with the whole band all throughout December. Go to www.mattrogersofficial.com to see me in a city near you.